Thanks to ASICS for sponsoring this weekend show. Shop the ASICS Tokyo collection, experience premium running comfort and performance with their newest models, the Mega Blast and Sonic Blast. Visit asics.com.au or visit your local running specialty store.
All right, Tom Do Canto, welcome to the Inside Running Podcast.
Hi, Brady. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're just saying off air, it's kind of a bit short notice, this one. I added you on Facebook about 24 hours ago and hit you up for an interview, and you were luckily had some time and you could give us a bit of time to share your story and share what's going on in the running world with yourself.
Yeah, no, it worked out all right. Evenings are pretty good for me, so happy to have a chat.
Yeah, well, busy man as well. Like, if people don't know, podiatrist and an elite runner, 2:14 marathon man, and you've just come back from the World Half Marathon Champs in Valencia, so obviously a bit going on at your end.
Yeah, still jet lagged as well.
Yeah, well, do you want to go there first? Talk about that, maybe, like Valencia. It's I know I've been there before, the city, and that just looked fantastic on the live stream watching it.
You watched it, did you?
I watched the replay. I didn't get up live. I must admit, I didn't get up at 4 a.m. in the morning or whatever. But
anyone to get up live for that.
But it was good coverage the next day, like having that YouTube link with all the footage kind of ready to watch.
Yeah, I haven't watched it all yet. But I heard it was good coverage. I guess the race, the race itself, like the city and everything. It was amazing. Like the city itself is pretty cool. Like you said, it's a pretty nice. I hadn't been there before. I've been to Barcelona and Madrid, but not. I think it's not one of the popular hot spots in Spain, but it's a really nice city. The race sort of went through by the old. A lot of it was sort of through and past the old riverbed, which is now converted into like just parks and public recreation area, which is a cool feature of the city, having all that space to run and do stuff in, and the race sort of went past through the old part of town, like cobblestone sort of sections, and I think the package would have probably shown off the city quite well, and the finish being sort of at that pretty distinct building. I think it's the Museum of Science and Art, and it's an amazing building. And we sort of where it finished over water. They've got these big sort of man-made ponds around the building, and they built a boardwalk over the water, and that's where we finished.
Yeah, it looks so good. And that park you talk about, that old riverbed, like, did you do a few runs in there beforehand? Like, I remember when I was there, just after the Berlin Marathon 2 years ago, and I just loved, like, I shouldn't have been probably doing as much running as I was, but just loved running in that park every morning. Yeah,
we pretty much did all our runs up along there. They got like a few different running tracks that run all through it. So, perfect place to run, really. Yeah,
so take us back, maybe let's go back to the very start when all this kind of was announced. So maybe like December last year, you found out you had the fourth fastest time going into the Com Games selection with your 2:14.59 at Fukuoka early December. And then we're informed that you didn't get picked in the Com Games team as the fourth fastest, but then were selected in the World Half Marathon Champs. Is that how it all kind of went about?
Yeah. So pretty much, if what was going to select runners in one or the other. So the guys that got selected for Com Games weren't going to be selected for this, and vice versa. So that was a pretty awesome sort of consolation prize for me. Not just missing out on Com Games, but then getting selected for this. So I mean, I wasn't even expecting to get selected for this. So to get the call up, like my first time running for Australia, it was pretty cool and pretty exciting to get put on the team. So
did you not expect to, because your marathon was the fourth fastest, you thought that wasn't going to be enough to get picked in the Australian half marathon team? Like, you ran 65 dead at Sydney to win that on a hilly course. That's pretty solid stuff.
Yeah, I just didn't know, because previous years they haven't really selected big teams for the World Half, and I guess they are sort of evolving. It seems like they're selecting bigger teams, and they've sort of loosened the qualifying times and this sort of stuff. So I guess I wasn't too surprised, but the way they were sort of headed with being more generous with selection. But 65-minute half, I guess. I don't think in previous years would have really cut it. I think it's the marathon, the time that maybe, or that I'd say definitely would have got me onto the half marathon team, because I think they use the half marathon champs as development for marathoners. So I think, the goal would try and see me if I can run faster at a world champs or other international event at a full marathon, I guess.
Yeah, and what's that look like that day? Like, does someone call you up and say, like, we're sorry to let you know that you haven't been selected for Com Games, but you go on to Spain instead?
It was separate. I got a call saying I didn't quite make, I missed out by one spot for Com Games marathon, and then I can't remember exactly, but maybe it was a week or two after that. I got another call and they said, well, you've been selected for this, and that I was official first reserve for Com Games.
Yeah, okay, right. That's an interesting, with all this stuff and online petitions and stuff going on at the moment, I wasn't sure if they even listed a reserve. So that's quite interesting to know.
I don't know. They said it verbally, but I've never seen it anywhere, written down. But,
Yeah, let's go there now then, mate. We'll get to this. We'll talk in detail about Valencia and some of the other big achievements later on, but I think a few people will be tuning in just trying to hear your thoughts on the Com Games. And so have you had any communication with Athletics Australia since Chris Hamer's pulled out?
Yeah, I got a call from one of the guys from AA, and basically he just wanted to clear the air, let me know why they couldn't. I'm sure they would send a replacement if they could. So basically, it's kind of like it's out of their hands. Apparently, the Commonwealth. It's the Commonwealth. I think it's the Commonwealth Association. From what he told me, it's the Commonwealth Association that set deadlines in terms of dates for changes to the team. And it's quite an early cutoff date. I think it was.
March 5th? Did I read that somewhere today? Yep.
Yeah, I think... Oh, no, it might have actually been... I read March 5th originally, but then someone said it was sort of March 12th or something. It's still kind of early, but...
it's a month ago, isn't it? Like in marathon terms. Yeah,
so cut-off's gone, and it doesn't seem like... I mean, I'd love for someone to turn around and say, we can make an exception or whatever, but I understand like rules are rules, and if there's deadlines and they're not gonna, the thing is like if they let me sort of compete, then it would sort of then open up for other people. Like I guess it's a bit too much to ask for me. I'm not expecting for them to sort of change rules for me, so that's fine. I'm sort of I appreciate like everyone's trying to get behind me, and I love that. I love that a lot of people are trying to push for an Aussie to get a call up, and it is kind of disappointing that there's only going to be two boys running. It's pretty and it's obviously upsetting for Chris not being able to run as well, but I understand that there's some stuff that you just can't rules that you can't break.
Yeah, you can't control, and it's pretty black and white as well by the looks of things as well. Like it seems like it's this rules on paper, and it's if you break it once, it opens up the floodgates to be broken many times in the future.
Yeah.
So the next question kind of is then, so how do you cope with, people starting petitions and signing them on Facebook? And I just looked at it today and it's got about 984 people have signed it. And I said to you off air before, it seems every time I log on to Facebook today, I've seen it shared 3 or 4 times, and awesome support. But if you know the rules and you kind of accepted it, how does all that kind of sit with you?
It's like mixed feelings. Like not really mixed. I mean, it's pretty cool. Like I appreciate that everyone's sort of getting behind it and are trying to I guess get me onto the team. But and in the background I've sort of made an attempt. My coaches have made an attempt to get me get me a late call up, and but now I'm just sort of getting to the point now where although I am sort of appreciating all the support and effort people are going to signing this petition, I don't think at the end of the day I don't think it's going to actually cut it. I don't think it's actually going to change the outcome of the decision for them not to select a replacement at this stage.
And I guess
so. Yeah, it's a little bit sort of it's sort of disappointing that people are putting this effort in and trying to make things happen, and I just don't see it amounting to anything, unfortunately.
Yeah, but good confidence booster for you to see so many people in your corner and willing to throw some support.
Yeah, and I mean, if it was me, like, I mean, yeah, and I can see why they're doing it, because it's a home comp games, and we're not sending a full marathon team, and we've got, yeah, like it's a sort of event where we've got like a strong history in running well, and yeah, and so it would be good if we had a full team there.
Yeah, well, it seems a bit of a no-brainer. I can see why people are signing those petitions and stuff, especially if people are qualified and they're young and they've only ran 2 marathons, and this would be kind of vital experience for them.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll let the policymakers work with that one and deal with that in the future. And you'll watch on Sunday. What will that be like?
Yeah, no, I'll watch it. I mean, the thing is, like, I didn't think I was ever gonna run it anyway. It's not like I don't know, like I was gonna run it and then I'm not running it.
Yeah.
So I'm not too gutted or anything. It's fine. Like I've already made peace with, I got to run in Valencia. I got to run at the World Half Marathon Champs. That was amazing. So I'll watch it and I'll enjoy it, and I hope the other boys go really well. It'd be good to see Shelley back up, or see Liam, get up and run a PB and maybe even I don't know, get up there, get up on the podium.
Yeah, because originally wasn't that in the policy as well, that like it's one or the other? No one can do like the World Halves and the Com Games?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, that's all good. Take me back to that Valencia race though, mate. Like, looked insane, the amount of depth in there, and just how many talented guys were there. Like, how'd the race pan out for you?
Yeah, it was crazy. It's just like, it's an experience, like being just from even the warm up, the call room, and you're just seeing what all these top guys. I mean, I'd be really interested to like, I wonder how many of these guys are professional, or whether a lot of them are just sort of working. This is sort of like a part-time thing, but they look professional. They look good. Like, you're in there and you just intimidated all these runners doing these. It's just interesting to see different countries and the way they do their warm-ups, and like Japan, like the Japanese guys were warming up 2 hours before the race. They were doing heaps of drills and all this stuff. I'm like, wow.
Are you guys all together at this stage? Like, is there like a massive call room with all? Because how many people in the race? Maybe like 120, 130.
I think there was 160 in the men's race.
Yeah. So that's huge. Yeah. 160 elite guys.
I think it was the biggest. I think it was the biggest field they've ever had. Maybe I heard that. It was a big field. Yeah, it was a massive. We were in this massive underground car park as the warm up area, just underneath the museum. So it was a weird, like, you walk in there and I felt like it was almost like a prison. And then we have these little sectioned off garage sections for each country, and we're sort of shuttled in our little boxes, and I felt like we're about to be I felt like we were in the Hunger Games or something. We're about to be released out and to fight each other. It was weird. It was pretty cool though. Like, yeah, it definitely got the adrenaline going, and yeah, got you into the mood to race.
And were you nervous and stuff? Like, DJ there as well, and Collis, like, how were you guys faring? Like, just 3 of us there in that kind of situation.
Yeah, yeah. I don't get. Yeah, I mean, I was obviously. It's a nervous I've been for a long time. Like in recent years, I don't get as nervous going into races as I have done years ago. But for this one, it was almost like taking a step back and getting really nervous again, because it was also new and it was obviously a new level of competition. But yeah, the boys were good, and Collis very laid back. So he was kind of the calming factor, I think, for the rest of the team, which was nice.
Yeah, and were you on the start line near him when he hit the deck?
Well,
you ran straight over him.
No, I didn't run over. I was on the side, so no, I wasn't one of the guys that trampled him. Have you seen the video of that?
Yeah. And we spoke about it maybe a couple of weeks ago. I think Julian was touching on it.
Yeah, it was brutal. No, he got called up to be on the front line, I think, because he's obviously done so well on the international stage previously. Yeah, that's right. So he was on the front. They said you're on the front line before when we were in the call room. So he got put there, and I think, I mean, he said, to be honest, he probably would have rather not be right on the front, obviously, after what happened. But yeah, it's terrible. He was dead last. He got trampled and had to. The rest of the race was just playing catch up.
Yeah, but still come through and run 63 minutes. Like it's a decent run.
Yeah, very impressive.
And what about you, mate? Did you find yourself like in a pack and working with a few guys, or just trying to keep up, or how'd the early stages of the race go?
Yeah, to be honest, it went pretty much to plan. I don't think I could have run it. Obviously, always at the end of the race, you think, how could I have done it differently, or how could I have run better? But I think I ran to my potential on the day. So I didn't go out crazy hard. I think DJ, he went out pretty solid with the leaders, and obviously Collis was behind me until, I don't know, I think it was only a 4 or 5k he went past me, 4k he went past me, but I sort of started conservatively, ran with a pack of maybe 8 for the first 8k, and then made a bit of a break to another group up ahead and ran with them maybe the next 4 or 5k, and then we hit maybe 5k to go, and I just went by myself and just basically the last, and that's why you might have seen the crazy splits like the guy that won, because the last 6k was tailwind slightly downhill. So you could just run on. You didn't have to worry about it. I don't know. Yeah, actually, I should touch on that. It was an extremely windy day, so that was why part of the plan was to sit in a pack and to work with a pack, so I wasn't so exposed. So the last 6k, I was happy it worked out well, because there was enough time to give everything else that I had out there. Plus, I didn't have to worry about getting smashed by a headwind.
Yeah, do you know what you hit that 5k split in from 15 to 20?
No, I don't know really. I think they were all under 3-minute Ks. I think the last 5 or 6k. I'm not sure exactly, but it was probably, I think it was the quickest of the race. That last 5k. And
come across the line in 64:18, like big PB. Happy with that?
Yeah, definitely. That was the main. I was kind of like, before the race, I was kind of hoping maybe I'd like to sneak under 64, but I'm pretty. I was happy to get a big PB, 40-second PB. I can't complain. Yeah. Yeah,
and even that experience, that's a solid time. Not many guys in Australia going quicker than that now, and a big improvement from that 65 dead.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I was definitely happy with it. I'm happy with it.
And did you go over there? I think I saw on Strava you were in London for a couple of days beforehand. Was that right? Did you get over there and get over the jet lag and get all that sorted?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my wife Lana is from London, and her family live in southwest London. Any opportunity to get over there is great. Obviously to see the family, but because they live in that part of London, you've got Richmond Park, Bushy Park, Wimbledon Common. You've got all these areas that are just fantastic for running. So good. So the plan for me was just to get, a few extra days over jet lag, see the in-laws and her, brother and sisters and hang out there. And then I was there a few nights and then into Valencia to meet the rest of the team. And so I felt like I was well over jet lag with about 5 days leading into the race, which was great. So I felt, I felt totally 100% going into the race in terms of just, not jet lagged at all.
Yeah, cool. And take me back to Fukuoka, like that massive breakthrough in the marathon. So the 2:14:59. I listened today on another podcast, the Aussie Runners podcast, which did an interview there that Fukuoka wasn't always the plan.
Yeah, no. I was going to do Melbourne Marathon again last year, but I got the flu about, I think like a week before, got the flu. Decided to can it. It wasn't going to happen. I was pretty gutted. But yeah, then I was sort of, I had that. That was the backup. So that was perfect. It was within, I think it was just the day before the Com Games cut off for getting a qualifying time. So it was sort of the last chance to run a Com Games qualifier on a course that would facilitate that. So yeah, Fukuoka being an amazingly fast course, well organised, place easy to get to, Japan with like hardly any, you don't really get jet lag going over there. So I had a blast in Fukuoka. It worked out well. I loved Fukuoka.
Well, obviously, you've only ran the 2 marathons other than winning Melbourne in your debut. But I went to that Nobuoka Marathon this year because you went to World Half, so I got to experience. Yeah, that was funny how that worked out. But I got to experience. That
looked pretty cool. That looks like a pretty cool event.
That's
as well.
Cool. Yeah, you'll have to go next year. You actually have to take your trip and not pull out with 5 weeks to go, make an Australian team. But I know what you mean with that Japanese experience. It's just so clean and well organised and efficient.
Amazing.
And was the depth like? Did you just get to sit in a massive pack the whole way there at Fukuoka?
No.
Opposite.
There was no pack.
Oh, sounds like me at Nobuoka then. Yeah, right.
Yeah, kamikaze runners. They just, like I heard about the way they run beforehand, and I always looked at the splits from previous years, and so I was prepared. And that was a good thing, mentally being prepared that I probably wasn't going to be in a pack, because, they all went out like the crazy. So I think I was only with some runners maybe for the first 2K, 3K, and then it was just trying to run the pace I wanted to run, and just it was. I mean, I think running in a pack is nice, but it's also nice just passing runners continually. So that was what happened with me in Fukuoka. Was I just always had a runner up ahead to pick off and to sort of work towards, and then pass. So my goal pretty much all the way through was not to, when I would get to a run, I would just really make an effort not to sit on them and just go past them and make them work to latch on. And that worked well. Mentally, it worked quite well just having that goal up ahead.
Yeah, it sounds like a bit like Brad at Lake Biwa, just mowing people down and just focusing on the next person every time you pass someone.
Yeah.
Were you expecting like a big PB like that though? Like I know when you won Melbourne in 2016, like 2:20:53, like pretty much took 6 minutes off it.
Yeah. I mean, I was probably. I didn't think I'd run that fast. I was hoping maybe 2:16 or I thought best case I might run 2:16ish. So I don't know. I'm finding out that I am better suited at the long stuff. Really, I thought I would be, and really I think the longer it gets, the better I go. So, it just things came together for that race. Obviously, Melbourne I didn't run to my potential in Melbourne because of the conditions. So the time didn't come in. I should have run faster in Melbourne on debut, but it was that shocking day that was just so windy. I was leading for a lot of that race, so I really copped the wind.
Yeah, that was just about winning that day in the end, wasn't it?
Yeah. At the start, pretty much. I still had hopes of running under 2:19 like getting up to about halfway up to 25k, but then after 25k and just hitting some more of those gusts, I was like, no, this is not going to happen today. So there was the goal to run, and me and a guy I trained with, Matt Cox, we were working together, alternating the lead for a good section of that race during Melbourne, to try and maintain the pace, but it took its toll eventually.
Yeah.
We just couldn't. Wheels kind of fell. Pace fell off, and then it was about winning. I thought, okay, just try and get the win. And I was expecting Dua who had that. So Dua was in the race, and I thought, yeah, he's going to win this. He just ran Gold Coast, and he ran the half in something super quick. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was super quick.
63 something, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was a 63 something. So, and he was just sitting there cruising along, and I thought he's just gonna go past us at any point. But it never happened. So it was once I was able to break from Dua, I knew I had the race sealed, which is a really nice feeling with still 6 or 7k to go.
Yeah, so what, just before you got off St Kilda Road and headed up the hill at the 10, like a lot of our listeners would have ran Melbourne and know exactly the course?
Yeah, so we came up is it St Kilda Road that goes up there?
Yeah, the main one, yep, that's towards the Art Centre.
Yeah, so heading up there, back towards, I guess we're heading towards Botanical Gardens for that section, and it worked out so perfectly for me because the half marathoners intersect, came into our course at that point, and Ben Morrow, I think he was coming third at the time in the half, sort of came past us, so he was running faster than us, and I thought, okay, this might be an opportunity, so I latched on to him, and a lot of credit has to go to him because he was my windbreak for about 4 or 5k going up there, and after, it was only after a couple of minutes I think I looked back and I was, the Dua was back off the pace, so at that point I knew I had my windbreak, and I knew it'd be tough. I thought it's going to be very tough for anyone to claw back at this point.
Thanks to ASICS for sponsoring this weekend show. Shop the ASICS Tokyo Collection. Experience premium running comfort and performance with their newest models, the Mega Blast and Sonic Blast. Visit asics.com.au or visit your local running specialty store.
Yeah, and what's it like? Like no wall that day? Like nutrition fine and just good experience for the marathon?
No wall, just a gradual. I was pretty smashed towards the end, just gradual fatigue. My feet were really hurting, and just the legs in general. It was a leg beat up sensation. It wasn't so much bonking or energy. I think I was pretty good nutrition energy wise. It was just the beating of the legs were just a mechanical sort of feeling where I'm just trying to get the legs to keep ticking over.
Yeah. And what's it like debut marathon, run into the MCG, like massive stands all around you, just picked up a big, like a major Melbourne marathon, like a big city marathon in Australia, good paycheck, like you must be pretty happy about marathons at that stage.
Yeah, I'm like, this event's for me, I think. Yeah. No, it was amazing. I had like my family in the stands and a debut, like it was just, I still can't really top it. It was a pretty amazing. I think, there's a few times in my running career where I have like these sort of, I get pretty emotional, and that was definitely one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And was that the reason why you wanted to go back to Melbourne again, like to try to go back to back and nail a quicker time this time?
Yeah, good experience previously, run faster and hopefully pocket some more money. I mean, the prize money there is pretty great for an Aussie road race. So.
Yeah, and not having to travel far as well. Like it's not like you're out of pocket big time to get there or anything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Do you reckon you would have run as quick, though, if you ran Melbourne last year? I know there was a couple of Kenyan guys who won it in a pretty similar time than what you ran at Fukuoka. Like, do you reckon you would have ran like just with them and tried to be competitive for the win?
I don't know. Yeah, I've obviously thought about that. Like, I wonder what would have played out. Whether, I mean, I was pretty fit leading into that as well. So I don't know. You just don't know. Yeah, it would have been cool. Would have been interesting to see if I could have really been at it. Yeah, run. It would have been fun, I guess, running with them. But it would have been interesting to see if I could have actually got up and beat those guys. I mean, yeah, I just don't know, I guess.
Yeah, that brings me to the next question. This one's from Julian, and he wanted to say, really press him on how fast he reckons he can go over the marathon. Don't put up with any bullshit answers. That was what he asked. I've got to, So he obviously is a 218 man as well, and he'll be kind of talking about different sessions, and we'll get to some of your training later on. But I know you've said in interviews before that everything didn't go to plan at Fukuoka, and you reckon you can go a bit quicker. But how much?
Yeah. I don't know. I definitely think a 212 is. I definitely think 212 is reasonable, considering. That it wasn't a super long build up. I was pretty knocked out by that flu leading into Melbourne, and then had a couple of niggles. Achilles was sort of a bit niggly. Didn't get as much training in as I wanted to, and so I don't know. I just think with more consistent. Like I've never been that consistent, so I think if I can, and gradually in recent years I have been getting more consistent. So I think 212 definitely is achievable. How much faster than that, I don't know. But the next stepping stone, I think, would be to try and get another 2 or 3 minutes faster.
Mm.
Yeah.
And what kind of training? What kind of mileage and stuff are you hitting? Like, is there room to move there?
So peak weeks I cracked 200k for the first time ever, last year around, I think it was before my Sydney half win. I think I might have just got over 200k 1 or 2 weeks, and then I might have been around, sort of 160, 170k a week, averaging leading into Fukuoka. It's not so much, I think, mileage is definitely helping. It's getting the legs good to go over the long stuff, but a limiting factor for me is my speed endurance. So I think, which I haven't done a lot of lately, and a little bit because of Achilles issues in the past, is faster stuff. I think I need to do and I think once I do start doing some more, the times will come down in the longer stuff. So getting efficient, doing faster stuff. So I don't run on track. Like I haven't run a track session in a long time.
Yeah, right.
So I'd like to get on the track again and do shorter intervals.
But you're right, and you mentioned Achilles before, there's certainly risks involved when you start banging out, 462 or 63 or whatever it is, and solid 800 meter reps and stuff like that.
No, I wouldn't be running. I'm running. Yeah, I don't have pure speed. But yeah, I reckon to get efficient, like stuff that the deep stuff, like the
Deeks
quarters and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I need to do 400s, and I need to be running, even if I'm getting down around the 64, 65s again, which I haven't actually run that pace for years, probably doing intervals. But I need to get back to getting the legs actually efficient, running faster, and I think with the Ks as well, that'll all sort of progress me to maintaining a faster pace over the marathon.
Yeah, right.
So that's the big thing, I reckon, for me. And I've chatted to my coach about it. He's definitely keen for me to progress that stuff as well.
Well, this is interesting. So if you weren't doing that speedy stuff, what were typical sessions looking like leading up to Sydney, like that win in the half? Yeah. So what kind of pace though?
Yeah. Not much faster than race pace. I did do some. I do some interval work, but it's probably the shortest intervals I was doing leading into the Sydney half and the marathons was probably like 1200s.
Yep.
1200 reps, stuff like that.
And sitting around like
so obviously,
half
I'll be running under 3 minute K pace for that.
Yeah.
So faster than half marathon pace, but probably like really 10K sort of pace stuff. But yeah, I think I need to have some sessions that are faster.
Yeah, and like key marathon sessions, I always like, and we talk about it every week with the boys on the show. Like have like Benny Saint. We should mention that he's one of your coaches, and obviously the Australian 10K record holder. Like a good man to have in your corner. But I guess there's kind of two questions there. Like, what sessions for marathon is he dishing out, considering he was more of a 5 and 10K specialist?
Yeah. So in terms of the sessions, it was like long tempos, maybe up to 16K at marathon pace. And then what I really enjoyed doing is, and so I've got Benson Lawrence and Gary Howard, they work together with, Gary does a lot of my programming, as well. So he got me doing, towards the end of some of my long runs, doing a 20 minutes tempo, and I ended up doing that probably, it was faster than marathon pace, so that was kind of like a speed session injected in towards the end of a long run, so slightly fatigued legs and then trying to get myself to run fast. I think they really helped with getting strength up, so that was definitely a key marathon session, and one of my favorite sessions to do really is doing long run with 20-minute hard towards the end of the run.
And are you talking like 2 hours and then kick down for 20 minutes, or like 32K, or
no? Some of them I did. I was kind of reading the sessions wrong for a while. I thought he was writing down do the tempo at the very end of the run, so I was doing them. I think they were 2 hour long runs with a 20-minute tempo, and I was doing them at the end. So I was doing an hour 40 at maybe 4-minute Ks. So not jogging, so just a comfortable, easy sort of pace. And then I would go hard at the end, 20 minutes. But he actually wanted me to go at 80 and then do 20 easy at the end. So the last couple of times I did it, it was 80 minutes at that comfortable, easy sort of pace, 20 minutes hard, and then 20 minutes again at that comfy, easy pace.
Yeah, right. Some good stuff in there for the listeners out there. And that must just give you confidence knowing that you can kick down to that marathon pace with fatigued legs.
Yeah, they were the biggest confidence boosting runs for sure. Yeah.
Have you got something like, obviously you've just come off a half marathon PB and you're just following you on Strava, like it looks like you're pretty fit and getting some good long runs in and stuff like that. So have you got a marathon on the cards coming up shortly?
Yeah, I'm doing camp for a marathon this weekend.
Oh, really?
Wait, what day is it? Yeah, this weekend.
It's like 5 days away.
Yeah.
Very good. That's good exclusive for the podcast.
Sorry?
That's a good exclusive for the podcast. I'm not sure how many people know that.
Yeah, no, I haven't really made it too public, I guess. But I only entered a couple of days ago just because I just want to see how the body pulled up. So I just thought do the half, see how the body pulls up. If everything's feeling okay, I just wanted something soon after just to have a hit out, and I'm not going there to try and run a super fast time. I'm just going there to sort of compete and enjoy myself. When I'm not injured and racing, I enjoy racing, and so the body's good. I just want to race more. So yeah, that's why.
And nothing in between, like, and then you'll hit like a spring marathon, or you do something as well if you're not like chasing the time this time.
I've decided. I'm pretty certain I'm going to do Gold Coast Marathon. Mainly, I probably would have chosen one a bit later and try and run a bit fast, like maybe another Japanese one. But my wife's pregnant and she's due at the end of July, and so I'm thinking, what's going to happen? I'm going to be pretty busy. I'm already busy. We got a son already, and he's he takes up a lot of time. He's awesome. He's fun, and you know, we have a blast with him. But he keeps us busy. So number 2, I'm more anxious about number 2 than I was with our first, because I know how much work it is. So yeah, I want to do this marathon. I want to do Gold Coast, and then we'll just see what comes up after that, how crazy life gets, and how much training I get in, how sick I get.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it. Like, yeah, nearly 2 kids on the way, and you own your own business and working full time and banging out 200k weeks.
Yeah, it's just it's a juggling act. Yeah, it's always good fun. Just trying to juggle everything.
Gold Coast is kind of an interesting selection because, like, the Kenyans will be there and Ethiopians and Japanese and go through in like 65, kind of 2:10 pace, won't they? And like, do you go with it, or do you get stuck in no man's land for a big chunk of the race?
Yeah, it's going to depend how training goes. So if I can get, like, if I stay injury free and my training just keeps progressing in the next whatever it is, 2.5 months till the race, then I'd be tempted just to go a bit like a Japanese kamikaze style and just go out with the pace and just see. I don't know if I'm going to go out at that pace, 2:10 or what pace they're going to go out, but I guess it'll depend what they go out, and I may just, even though it is probably a little, even if they do go a little bit too fast, I may just go with it and just see what happens. Yeah. It depends how training goes, but yeah.
Cool. It's good though. It's good to see like our best Australian runners racing in Australia. Like it's good. Yeah, good for the sport.
Yeah. Because I mean, no Aussies haven't, like, apart from like when Troopy ran fast there at Gold Coast. Like, doesn't seem like that many Aussies are going there to run fast times. So they're trying to this year. They're trying to have a nice big incentive for Aussies. I mean, it's pretty unrealistic. There's not many Aussies that are going to run 2:10, but they're putting up a lot of money for an Aussie to run. I'm sure you probably saw that. They're trying to get Aussies to
30,000 under 2:10, isn't it?
40 grand.
40,000, is it? Yeah, 40,000. Yeah, it's big money.
Yeah.
As you said, kamikaze, just see what happens. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Go with it. Yeah, it's a good point you brought up, because Brad and I paced the lead female last year, and we were kind of, like, there was the lead men were out in front, and we were kind of the next probably significant group. A couple of guys were dwindling in between and doing their best to kind of get some stuff rolling, but in between 2:10 and kind of 2:24, what pace we were running, there wasn't much happening at all.
Yeah, it could be a tough day out there.
Hey, you got to get a couple of mates, a couple of training partners, hook you through the first 35k, and then bang it home. Yeah,
I'm trying to. I messaged Brad Milosevic today. I'm like, you got to run. You got to give 2:10 a crack. You got to run. Run Gold Coast.
Well, DJ's got to run it too, isn't he? Your mate from the World Half Marathon Champs.
What's that? Sorry.
DJ Gabricelesi. He's going to have a run as well, I think.
Yes, I did. I chatted to DJ after the race. I'm like, what's next? And we briefly chatted about. He said he might give Gold Coast a go, so that could be interesting.
I reckon Brad Croker's half thinking he might give it a go as well. He hasn't dropped too many.
Oh, really?
He hasn't dropped too many hints yet, but he's thinking. Yeah, I think he wants to go up there. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he could run it. He could keep you company for a while. He could pace you for the first 35.
That'd be fun if we get a group of us guys. Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, no, that could be good. Hey, I haven't got much more time with you, but Julian, being in the shoe industry and yourself as a podiatrist, he wanted to know what your latest take is on the footwear industry. What are you seeing trends in footwear and mistakes people are making with their shoe selection?
It's interesting times. Obviously we saw, there was a big sort of minimalist boom not too long ago. Actually, it seems like a long time ago now with all the super cushion shoes that are out, but it wasn't that long ago that I was seeing lots of runners come in with Achilles or metatarsal stress injuries and stuff like that from getting caught up in going minimal to, low drop, not much cushioning and that sort of stuff. And now it's sort of evolving it's swinging towards super cushioned and responsive midsoles, so energy return. So obviously Adidas were at years ago. They were the market leaders in energy return. They brought in the Boost midsoles in their running shoes. They rolled it out in all their running models, and now the big thing now in footwear seems like energy return. So Saucony's got ever run midsoles, energy return. Brooks has got levitate, this model with their energy return stuff, and then obviously Nike. I know you guys like your 4%ers. So
you like them too, don't you? Do you race them at Fukuoka? Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I did stalk your Facebook page today and saw a couple of pictures of you in them.
Yeah. So, that's sort of where it's headed. And I think it's there's not much wrong with that. I mean, you can't really go too wrong with getting more energy return out of your running the midsole of the running shoe.
And like better for like injuries and stuff, like Julian always bangs on. He reckons they're better for recovery and you bounce back better and stuff like that. Like, do you feel the same?
I don't know so much if they're going to protect from injury. Potentially, like a lot of the energy return midsoles are also more durable. So in terms of maintaining the cushioning for longer, that could be helpful for injury prevention because the midsoles are lasting longer, and so potentially if you are pounding out Ks on the road, you might be if you're still replacing your shoes sort of as regularly as you were before, it just means you're probably not killing them as much. You're still having relatively more cushioning in the shoe for that same period, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
They're more durable. Like a lot of people are talking about the 4%ers not being durable, but a lot of that's cosmetic. The outer shell shreds quite quickly. The first few runs it shreds. It looks terrible. The midsole creases, but it's primarily the shell. It's a cosmetic thing. So like I think the cushioning is going to, like, I've done probably about 300k in one of my pair of 4%ers with racing and train. I'm doing training, some tempos and sessions in one of the pairs now, and it still feels out of the box. It still feels this one that's about 300k's old feels more cushioned and responsive than any other racing flat I've worn out of the box.
Yeah. I'm with you, because I got a second pair for Nobioka, but I still do all my sessions in my first pair that I wore for Berlin. And same thing, like they look shocking, like it's kind of ripped up and all creased and stuff, but I'm still banging good sessions in them. They're still feeling pretty good. Not as good as the fresh ones, but good. Yeah.
Did you see that Japanese guy on Instagram posted? 2,000 Ks or something. He reckons he did.
I think I'm probably at like 500 or 600, but
so that might be a bit excessive, but it just shows. It goes to show that that they are more durable than what people give them credit for.
Yeah. No, that's it. And you haven't copped any flack? Like Brad copped some flack about people saying he wouldn't have run as quick if he had normal racing flats on and things like that. Like you didn't get anything like that after Fukuoka?
I mean, it's just part and parcel of running. I mean, it's a running. It's just every racing. I mean, it's just going to keep happening. They're going to bring out new technology, new energy return midsoles and whatnot, and so you just use what's available and what's legal. So there's no. So no, I haven't copped much flack, and I wouldn't really listen to it because, it's not really that valid. You just use, it's available to anyone. I mean, obviously it's limited. It's hard to get at the moment, but if you really wanted to, you could.
They're really hard to get a pair at the moment.
Yeah, they're really hard to get. Yeah.
Well, have you got a fresh pair for Canberra this week, or are you just going to wear the same ones like an older pair?
I got 3 pairs now.
3 pairs. Jeez.
Yeah, I've got.
What colours you rolling? I love how this podcast turns into like 4% chat every week.
I could chat about them for a while. I've got the grey, the blue fox or whatever it's called. The Monza blue, the light blue, and that fluoro red one.
Yeah. Very good.
Which I wore at the half. So I'll probably wear that one in Canberra.
Yeah. No, it's good. Have you sussed out the competition for Canberra? A couple of Victorian boys going up there.
I don't know who. Yeah, I got no idea who. Can you tell me who's running?
Yeah, Dane Verway's got a run. Who won Hobart
cool.
in 2:24 high this year. Dion Finocchiara, he's going to run.
Yeah, no Dion.
Craig Appleby's going to have a run from he ran Melbourne last year in about 2:24, 65-minute guy. You know Apples?
Yeah, I know of him. I've never met him, but I know the name. Yeah,
they're all good blokes too. So you'll enjoy.
Oh, that sounds good.
Be a nice lead pack with you, I think.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Turns into a good run. I'm not sure how excited they're going to be knowing that you're running now, 2:14 man, but that'll be right.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really feel like I still feel jet lagged. I'm just use that as an excuse. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully I'll feel good and have a good run. But yeah.
And any tips about like life balance and fitting it all in, Tom? Like Brad's got a baby on the way and is working full time and trying to teach, and Julian's managing the shop, and I'm trying to manage a bit of work and running as well. And like we've all got less on our plates than you do, and seem to struggle at the best of times. So help us out. How do you do it?
Yeah. I guess you just gotta find what works for you. Obviously you gotta have someone that's supportive. So my wife, obviously, you need a partner that's gonna be supportive of essentially what's your hobby. So that's been super helpful. So she'll do a lot of, like, if I've got to go run after work, she's going to be feeding Leo, our son. She's going to be putting him to bed and all that sort of stuff. I try and get in runs like before work or during, like, so I run my own business, which is a lot of work, but it's also can be flexible. So I can set some time aside during the day, certain days during the week, to go out and get a run done. Either just before I come home or during the day or before work, that sort of stuff. So just trying to fit it in where you can, I guess, and economize your time. So, I don't know, that's probably a pretty shitty answer.
No, that's right, mate. We'll take that. And I think it's probably about, getting your priorities right, not wasting it, spending time on Facebook and things like that, and just get running or with the family and put your time into the main things.
It's tough. Like, it really feels like I'm not giving anything 100%. Like, I'd love to do more. Like, I've been meaning to do a strength program for months and months and months, years maybe, but like I just don't have time. Like, I can squeeze in the running, I can squeeze in a quick stretch, a quick little rehab exercise if I'm rehabbing from an injury or a niggle or something. But the other stuff, like, I wish I had time. And it's fine, like it's not a big deal. Like, I'd rather spend time with my son than going out and doing a cross training session or whatever. So I guess you just gotta, you got to compromise, and you got to I guess be happy with the choices you make. So I'm happy at the moment that running, I'm trying to prioritize it a fair bit, but at the end of the day, I've got other stuff going on that I enjoy, that I love doing, and so I just you just got to fit it all in and try and make it work.
I reckon that's a good spot to leave it, mate. And there's a lot of listeners who will be busy as well, and really appreciate that A, you're a busy man and giving up some time for us tonight to share those stories, especially around the Com Games, and B, you make it work, and everyone can in their own life, no matter how busy they are.
Yeah.
Where can people follow the journey on social media and stuff? Tom, this is after we've talked about maybe not wasting so much time on it, but Strava, Instagram, where can we hit you up?
I'm on Strava, so Thomas Do Canto. I guess if you just search my name, there's not many other Thomas Do Cantos out there, I don't think. I only just got Instagram maybe a couple of months ago, so I think it's just Thomas Do Canto. I think if you just search that, I guess I'll come up. And same with Facebook, I guess, Thomas Do Canto. I've got a business. Facebook,
get the plugs in for that.
Walker Street Sports Podiatry. So I'm not that active on it. I should be, but I'll occasionally post up some relevant stuff. I mean, obviously, because I treat a lot of runners. I'm a runner. I find all that stuff interesting. So I'll maybe post up relevant articles or footwear stuff or whatever on Facebook sometimes on that. On the Walker Street page. So yeah, your runner listeners might find that stuff interesting.
Yeah, for sure. Runners in Sydney with feet problem.
Yeah.
Tom's your man, I reckon.
Maybe I'd help you.
Yeah, beautiful, Tom. Well, yeah, as I said, thanks again for your time tonight and sharing all that insightful stuff, especially with training sessions and preparation and all those kind of behind-the-scenes experiences. And, yeah, on behalf of Brad and Julian and I, we really appreciate that you come on and giving us some time.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me. I've, like I said to you before, just when I first chat to you, it's a good podcast. I've just started listening to it, so I think you boys are doing a great job. So keep it up, I appreciate you having me on.
No worries, we appreciate it, and good luck at Canberra this weekend. And we'll probably catch you in person up at the Gold Coast, I think.
Yeah, sounds good.
Beautiful, Tom.
Good. Get Brad to race it.
Yeah, I'll talk him into it. We record the show tomorrow night, so I'll let him know that.
Right.
He might not race
Sounds
it if
good.
you're racing it, but he could become a good pacemaker. He's a very meticulous kind of guy. So, if you're after a good pacemaker, he loves hitting splits at exactly the right time.
Sounds good.
All right, Tom. Thanks a lot for that.
Thanks, Brady.
Thanks to ASICS for sponsoring this weekend show. Shop the ASICS Tokyo Collection. Experience premium running comfort and performance with their newest models, the Mega Blast and Sonic Blast. Visit asics.com.au or visit your local running specialty store.